Hey everybody, welcome to Northern Appalachia Gold Prospecting Channel. Um, I want to talk a little bit before we get going on the excavator about why we had to change the name of our channel. I changed it from Upper Taconic Gold Mining to Lost Mine Ranch, which is our place. We're going to be building a cabin this year as an Airbnb, and we've named our ranch the Lost Mine Ranch. On YouTube, I guess there was one or two people. Well, there was actually one that came forward and just said, I was a little too close. And I'm not confrontational. I'm good with it. So I'm changing the name to Northern Appalachia Prospecting. And I've already checked into that. I've had 2 days worth of it. It's all clear, ready to go. So sorry about all the confusions and the name changes. But after Thanksgiving and my son gets here to give me the wisdom and show me how to use the page, we're going to be having a Facebook page as well. So it'll be called Northern Appalachian Gold Prospectors. We plan on getting together and having little get-togethers, just like over there at Nutmeg on his channel. I want to give a shout out to a few of the channels that I watch, and they're great people. Most of them I know personally. You got Scott over at 802. You got Joe at Green Mountain Gold Trap. Prospectors Theory. There's a few more out there. Just kind of peek around and you'll find them. The Hit Bee Explorers are kind of fun and entertaining. They do find gold. So basically today I'm just finishing up. I did a not really a review. I just told you about an excavator that I bought, and they are these little cheap Chinese jobbies. But I've made some major upgrades to it, and I figured you people would like to see it, and I'm going to give this thing a rating today. So part one right now is rating. When this thing came out of the box and was like, you took the nails out of the crate and opened it up, these things in my book are relatively dangerous. You have to really know what you're doing with these things, and make damn sure if they don't have a seatbelt in them, you get one. Okay? That's number one right off the bat. How they snuck through on safety standards, I don't know, but that has nothing to do with me. Now, starting it, getting it adjusted, and now having to tinker with it and turn it into something, the little machines really turn into a great little operational machine. I've changed out the fluids. I think you saw it in my other video, and I put I'm going to be putting a cooler in this spring because right now it's cold and there's no reason for it. I did put the guard on. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that last time. This is the log grapple right here. Remember I told you guys there's a shit ton of attachments that come with these things? Well, that's one of them. That's the log grapple. Every one of these logs that you see right here got picked off that trailer and set there by that little machine. Alright, so since the last time that we were here, I'm going to show you what I've done for the upgrades. First thing right off the bat is I made a counterweight. Okay? And if you look at it and kind of come around, you'll see how I did it. I just put metal on it, made basically a form. And inside of here is full of old lead and steel railroad tracks, ties, everything that I had that could make weight. And then I cemented it. But in here, there's chicken wire running through here. And it's bolted from the bottom down here. So this whole counterweight will come right off if I ever needed it to. I figure it's about 200 pounds, give or take. So that was a big upgrade. And as you notice, I kind of formed it and went around. So if you're swinging it, you're not square. And it doesn't look out of whack. I mean, if I step back here and take a look at it, I think it looks pretty good for, I mean, that's just an idea. There's all kinds of people putting weights on it, like lifting weights and all that. Whatever. You do what you want. Another little feature I did, and this, a rear mirror. Okay? I know it doesn't seem like much. Look at the light that's on it too. Isn't it crazy? So this rear mirror is really useful when you're backing up and trying to look inside here. This little pad right here, I'm going to make a new step because that digs into my feet. So I'm actually going to put a square step on here, like about to here, and about the same width. So it's really nice to step up and down. Really have done much. Went through, had to tighten up the rotation motor. Like I said, you got to be mechanically inclined when you buy one of these. But all in all, guys, I'm really impressed with the way this thing runs. I have this thing running almost on idle. I don't know if it'll start up. It's been out in this cold wet for, I don't know, 3-4 days. There you go. Okay, can you hear this running? That idle right there is how this whole thing will work. The whole thing will run. Now it's been pretty cold. Look. This is how you spin it. Look at this. I'm not in a rush. I don't need to bang around. I don't need to do anything stupid. You know, this is how it runs right here. On just above idle. Now there's guys on here saying that you need wide open throttle and half throttles. Well, go ahead and you're going to get thrown around horribly. Horribly. Alright. So the other upgrade, if you're kind of not familiar with this, you notice that I've moved the tracks out. Okay. I cut off the bridges, track guides, whatever you want to call them. And I used a Sawzall on this side, and I used a torch on this side. Sawzall wins, torch, I had to do a lot of extra welding. But anyways, so these guys went out. Boop. This thing is so stable now. It is unreal. Now, if you remember correctly, the way they call these things minis is because the tracks come right to here, which make these things kind of like, whoa, a little tippy, and you're sitting up here, and you got a cab above you here, so you get that little pencil effect, all right? No more of that crap. Now, probably somewhere along the line, I'm going to go ahead and widen out the blade, but right now, I'm just tickled pink with it. All the jobs that I needed to get done got done. I picked up all my logs. I split giant firewood with this thing, got it on the splitter, didn't hurt myself like I'm used to. I even loaded the bucket to my tractor with this thing. I didn't even have to touch the wood. Now, that makes it worthwhile. So, out of the box, I'm going to give them a C-. After you go through it, watch some of my videos. There's another video guy out there for these little guys, these little excavators, Cam Sweet at the Garage Connection. He's pretty cool. He actually gives you some measurements and whatnot on how to adjust the hydraulics. I just don't feel comfortable doing that because it's kind of dangerous and people are stupid and they'll hurt themselves like really bad with this type of crap. So, you know, hydraulics, you have to respect it. Make sure all your relief valves are relieved, whatnot. But once you go through the whole rigmarole, I mean, me widening this, you know, that was me. I wanted to do it, and I had the opportunity to do it, and then it turned very cold, and I froze my ass off doing it, but look at it. It's pretty cool now. This thing is stable. I mean, look at this log right here. It picked this thing up like it was nothing. And with that little bit of counterweight, I think has made all the difference in the world on that front nose tippy. I'm going to give this now, after the mods are done to it, I'm going to give it a low A-. And that's going to be a wrap on this machine. It's an A- after you get it all done and get it ready to roll. I can't be any happier. I can't wait to take it out on job sites. Changed the fluid, did all kinds of goodies to it. Like I said, I have another video before this one. So C out of the box, be very careful. That's what C stands for, because you're going to hurt yourself bad. Do not take the cabs off. Do not do any safety shit to it. That's dumb. Leave the stuff that's on there. You know, make sure you got a little fire extinguisher, which we do. These are the old shitter handles I told you about. Even if you have just a plain cab, you should do this, because they have an open cab. And like I said, my wife said, yeah, you should probably get the cab, and I was telling her no, but like I said, she won that one. I'm so happy I got that cab. It gets warm in there. I do have one more thing I'm going to do, and I'll probably throw this in somewhere along the line because we got to get prospecting here. I got a couple of videos I'm going to shoot here real soon on some geological shit that I found that is pretty interesting, especially for over where I live. I live in the Taconic Mountains, and we have altogether different gold than what the boys play with over on the other side of the hill. So I'm gonna do the steps. I'll probably show this one more time. I'll do the steps, and I'm gonna put that heater in. I'm gonna put that heater right there. Okay, and that heater is gonna shoot right up onto the glass and keep it nice and unfogged and keep me warm. On the opposite side over here, there's an auxiliary box. I'm gonna put another battery in there, and I've got a solar panel that I'm gonna put right up on top right here. I'll put the charge controller in here, and I'll just run the wire down to it. And that'll just come on to heat me up. And if I just need to quick charge it because I'm going to work outside for a little while or maybe have to move snow or whatever, no big deal, guys. I mean, don't make a mountain out of a mountain out of a molehill. But over on the other side of these machines, underneath the kick panel, there's a whole nother opening right here. And in fact, you can kind of see it come down here. That opening right there is for a side ram, but this is all hollow. So you can put it very easily, put another battery in. And that's what it's going to do. It's going to blow right up onto the windshield. I hope everybody's enjoying the channel. Like I said, I'm sorry about the confusion with the names, but it should be changed over by Thanksgiving. So we're just going to call it NAP for short, Northern Appalachia Prospectors. It's going to be a kind of a fun club because we got a bunch of fun guys in here. And I pretty much know everybody, so it's not going to be, you know, some site selling you Betty Crocker cookbooks. We're going to talk gold. We got my good friend Jeff Slade, a geologist. He'll be on there yip-yapping, and everybody, I just want them to yip-yap and have a good time. So until the next one, Northern Appalachia Prospectors out. Thanks. Like, share, and subscribe.